A little question about crying. You mentioned years ago that you recorded this thing with the Zoom 9002. And recently I've written an interview with John Cuniberti, and he's talking about, I didn't remember that, but I know the sound because I have still a Zoom 9002 Pro.
Wasn't there during that. That's the Extremist album, and
Yes, yes.
John and I started that album at the end of '91 at Bearswood Studios, and we got a couple of songs where the majority of the album didn't really work out with that group of musicians. We went back and tried it again in San Francisco, and we finished Summer Song and a few other songs. But we still didn't have a whole album. And then about 9 months later, I got together in Los Angeles with Andy Johns, and we decided to try to re-record the drums and the bass for all the stuff I'd done with John, and then record some new songs fresh. So it was one afternoon in Ocean Way Studios in Los Angeles, and we were concentrating really on just getting Greg and Matt Bissonette to give us a drum and a bass performance. We were in the big room, and the decision was made that Greg would benefit from hearing my keyboard part. So the first thing we did was record my keyboard part, and then we decided, well, you might as well play something, just so they know where the chorus and the verse and stuff. So Andy just turned his back on me and just concentrated on drums and bass. Very expensive thing to do, to record live drums in a place like Ocean Way. So that was the main thing when you focus on something. So I turned to the assistant engineer, and he's like, well, we can't put your amp out there because the drums are out there. And the Ocean Way is as big as this room right here. And Greg was in the middle, and we had the drums amplified in the PA. It was massive sound, just beautiful. What Andy could get out of the drum kit in a big room. So in my bag, I had a little Zoom thing, and I said, we can do this. We're not going to keep it. I'll just plug into this, no one will hear it. It'll be quiet. We'll leak on the drum. And the assistant and I just hooked it up, and Andy said, okay, let's do a take. We did the take, and Andy turned around, really with tears in his eyes, because he said, oh my God, you just played the best version I've ever heard you play, and I didn't put you in an amplifier. Because that's his thing. He was just a genius at recording guitar. But he said, I'm not touching that. We're just going to have to build the song around that crummy little box. So all the reverb, the delay, the compression, you couldn't get rid of it. And you couldn't fix anything, move it around. This is before Pro Tools, so we were kind of stuck with it. So, but luckily it was a dreamy song, so we had, I think I played some organ. I think Brett Tuckle came in and played some organ on it. I think I played piano on it as well, just a couple of things. Yeah, I think that's what we did with that one, yeah. But yeah, it was a Zoom. What's it called? The Zoom 5000?
9002.
9000.
Yeah.
Why those numbers? I don't know why they. Is there a 9001?
9000. There's a 9000. It's the gray one. The gray one. A little bigger, yes. And 9002 is the pro version. Where there's a pro version where Brian May actually made also presets and Richie Sambora, and this works today, still today.
Yeah.
But the original one didn't work anymore.
The little buttons.
Yes, yes. But the sound, it's the sound. I can do it every day. It's just like closing your eyes and think about Joe. It's really, yeah. You can play crying and it sounds like that. It's amazing.
I was afraid of using that stuff because I spent a good 10 years before I was a solo artist playing through Marshall half-stacks and trying to get it recorded. And I realized how difficult it is to not only to reproduce what in a live show what people hear on record, because they don't think how much gear it takes to record a loud Marshall stack in a studio. The limiters and compressors are just really fantastic. fantastic, and the engineers are really talented, and so all that goes away when you plug into some, just a live amplifier. It's just none of that's there, so no wonder people are like, what is that sound, And then the opposite was also true, which is trying to get them recorded well was also really difficult because they had to be turned up so loud. It's an expense. Again, musicians have a very tight budget all the time. They've got to, they're thinking about strings and lunch and gas and all kinds of stuff you got to pay for. So the last thing that you can imagine splurging on is a week to get a guitar sound in the studio, but actually that's what you need in a way. It's funny. So I always thought, why not use the consumer stuff that's coming out as a way of sounding original? Because when a musician goes into a store, they want you to buy all the endorsement stuff, like this guitar right
Yeah.
But in a really strange twist of fate, when a musician gets really popular and they have signature amps and signature guitars, why would they want everyone to buy them and then sound like them? It's like a funny little catch-22 kind of a thing for musicians. It would be better not to have an endorsement deal so nobody can sound like you. We don't think like that. Because business is difficult.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, what would you